Stop studying for 4 hours just to realize you absorb nothing. See, you don't have a focus problem, you have a strategy problem. And that's where I come into play. I used to spend all day and night trying to study, and my test results will still remain the same. Why is this? You gotta change your environment. And then I changed 3 things: one environment and one hack and one fuel switch. And my focus 10x. So stick around. It's your boy Hold It Down Jay, former Air Force vet transitioned to senior SOC analyst. And stay tuned, I'm gonna give you some more game on how to study effectively. Peace. First study method is the Pomodoro technique. I've been doing this for years now. You take 25 minutes of work and you studying. And then after that, you do 5 minutes of break time. And you walk around, you go eat, go do some push-ups, go for a walk, do whatever. But you don't focus on studying after that 25 minutes is up. The reason why this is effective is because when you study for 25 minutes, your brain develops a sense of urgency to want to learn a lot quicker since you only have 25 minutes. And this hacks your brain's natural ability. And it also makes breaks guilt-free. Every time I take my 5 minutes, I'm going to get some snacks. One tip to help you with this is to have like a dedicated timer. I'm not saying use your phone. Try to avoid it if possible because phones are a distraction. We'll get to that. Actually, if you have a Windows laptop, they have a timer app on there if you're studying on your computer. That's really effective. I've been doing it for years and I've seen my changes drastically. But one tip, if you do go over 2 hours using a Pomodoro technique, then after that, you have to take a 25-minute break because your brain is going to get overwhelmed. Please do not forget that. Let's move on to the next. Oh, this next one, oh my goodness. You gotta remove your distractions. And you start with that by cleaning off your desk. You should not have a cluttered desk. You see my desk, got my little money tree, microphone, laptop over here. When you study, if you got a messy desk, then that means you got a messy mind and it's gonna help trigger a foggy memory. So you wanna make sure you have a clean desk as soon as possible. Also, put your damn phone away. Your phone, every time you hear ding, ding, you're gonna keep looking at it. Even if you buy it, you're gonna try to go on social media and look at it. It's a big distraction. Go ahead, put it in another room and come downstairs, or even if you got somewhere else, like if you just got a 1-bedroom apartment or something, put it somewhere where you cannot have arm's reach against it because phones are a big distraction. For some reason, you in one secluded space and you can't put your phone anywhere else. Well, damn, you know what? Just put your phone on airplane mode. I don't like that approach. Just turn your phone off because you really are going to look at your phone because it's right there. You know it's accessible. I'm guilty of it. That's why I know my limits and I put my phone away. Next we got on the list is reduce your sugar intake. Yes, I said it. I know sugar's sweet, it tastes good and everything, but what you don't realize is that you're spiking your insulin levels and then it's going to lead to a high spike and it's going to come crashing down. And then guess what? You all fogged up, you tired, you yawning, you ain't got the energy to keep progressing because you got all that damn sugar inside your system. Reduce your sugar intake. Eat some greens. You know what I mean? Eat some vegetables. And it's okay. I'm plant-based, but I don't expect everybody else to be. You know what I mean? Eat you a piece of fish or something. Got some omega-3s and it's good for brain food apparently. But please, stay away from sugary snacks. Wait until after. That's a really good tip. But yeah, you can eat snacks like apple with peanut butter. If you eat boiled eggs, go ahead and eat some of that as well. But I really encourage eat very healthy. Also, what I like to do too before I go study, I usually work out because working out, it helps me reduce anxiety. I have anxiety like crazy. But working out, going for a walk, things like that, they help stimulate my mind, but it also puts me in a calm type of mindset before I study. That way, I'm relaxed. I'm like, all right, cool, let's get to it. And then we here. Now this one is going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. I'm here to give game. Switch your caffeine choices. Do not be drinking no damn Monster energy drinks and no Red Bull before you go study. All it's going to do is increase anxiety. It's going to lead to heavy crashes. Also, if you are a coffee drinker, I highly encourage you to switch to decaf, but Swiss water process, because the reason why when you drink regular coffee, yes, it gives you that instant energy and you like, whoa, like I'm in there, right? But the issue is that it's going to lead to a crazy crash. And I used to drink coffee for a while and I still do, but I prefer decaf because it has a little bit of caffeine, but it's nothing crazy. Also, the reason why I say Swiss water is that it's a process where they soak the coffee beans that is caffeinated in water and it removes the caffeine out of it. If you don't use the Swiss water processed coffee beans, the problem is that they put in all these chemicals, the same chemicals you find inside paint, and you consuming it. So all decaf coffee ain't good coffee. You heard it from me. Now, for my tea drinkers, I am a big, huge advocate of matcha. And the reason why I drink matcha is because matcha does contain caffeine. However, it does not give you a crash, simply because the reason why I drink matcha over coffee when studying is because matcha contains an amino acid called L-theanine. L-theanine allows the caffeine content to slowly progress and give you small energy throughout the day, rather than coffee where you all the way up here and it's gonna take you down there. Ever since I've been drinking tea, I don't really get the crashes as much, and it's been helping out a lot. I would say drinking tea before you start studying, and you should develop a nice smooth transition when you study without any crashes. And for my final technique, you have to do active recall. When you read a book, I want you to actually close the book and think in your head, okay, what do I remember? Write it down on a piece of paper and try to summarize it. And then go back to the book and see if it links up with what you actually said or put on a piece of paper. That is very effective. I'm telling you, get your reps in. It's just like working out. The more you work out, the more muscle you build. The more you read, the more you try to understand something, the more muscle memory you have inside your head. And stop cramming if possible. You need to take all these steps little by little when you're studying. When you starting out, try to at least do 30 minutes. All right, next day I'm gonna do 45. Progressively get better, and you'll realize you'll be able to retain a lot more over time, but you have to start off small. The problem is a lot of people, they try to start off too much and be like, okay, I'm gonna study for 4 hours, knowing damn well they probably didn't study a day in their life and wondering why they can't retain the information they are now. Work smarter, not harder. And sometimes when you study too, you can study old material over time and do intervals. I studied this today. I'm gonna come back to that topic in 3 days and see if I remember what I remember. And that way you can get your memory back to par. And another task that helps is the 5-minute task. It's simple. If the task takes less than 5 minutes to do, like reading a document, looking at an email, then go ahead and do it immediately. The reason why you want to do that is because you want to hurry up and be able to avoid mental clutter. If you know you got to do those tasks, do it before you start studying. That way, it avoids the mental clutter because you know in your mind, you already did it already. And that's how you free up a lot of time. All right, y'all, we coming to a closing. I talked to y'all about the Pomodoro timer, how to remove distractions, remove your phone out your room, also reduce your sugar intake, reduce your caffeine intake. And if not artificial stuff like Monster or Red Bull, go ahead and get you some tea, preferably matcha. Place it with the coffee because of the L-theanine, and you'll avoid crashes. And I told you about the 5-minute rule. These are effective tips to help you study, and I hope you're able to take this information, go back to your desk and try to redesign your drawing board and get started on your daggone exam that you got coming up. I appreciate y'all and thank y'all so much. It's your boy Hold It Down Jay, former Air Force veteran, now transition to senior SOC analyst. I'ma holla at y'all.